Alright. Okay. And discovered that these lodgings were offered at an exceptionally low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsumi only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe that low rent is explained by the shabby nature of accommodation. Oh? Still, this is a little... that is a little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? 'Cause I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Narhondo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the accompaniment of this room, Mr. Natsumi, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure. On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Natsumi didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but... I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here, I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese accompaniment of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. Sorry, I had to burp. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garydeb? Mr. Sholmes, you said as much before, actually, didn't you? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Narhondo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsumi's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Gary Depp's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be relevant or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Narhondo. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. What have I not investigated? Seems to be everything here. Excuse me, Mr. Shams? Yes, so true. To be or not to be? That is indeed the question, Mr. Narhondo. To be or not to be? Brushed off. That is the question, and the answer is all too clear. Let's leave Mr. Shams in peace, shall we? Ah, you pagan. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forgot his name still, hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Shams? Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Shams is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you would please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what— For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're ballywell doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much don't get much of a chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Shams, Mr. Gary Depp is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. It does seem suspicious. In fact, I'm willing to bet he did it. What? Okay. This guy. What's he doing over there? Mr. Shams? Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious! When did you sneak in here? Sherlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerful of the room downstairs, undoubtedly it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of boring a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is a prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, one other thing, Mr. Narhondo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean Mr. Shams? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Narhondo. I think so. Maybe I shouldn't have drank so much soda. There's just time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Mr. Gary Depp, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Narhondo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Shulman's conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly... How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Gerdeb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appeared unopposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much within evidence. Well, yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madame? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is. Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Ooh. For prodding from it is a handbill advertising circus show. Huh. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Gerdeb, at Bradley's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I've made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through the ring of fire. Rampaging ascetic lion. Now, Mr. Gerdeb. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in the blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs on your shoulders, the pain you feel revealed by that supporting arm. Amidst the tears, you let your beloved beast go. The stain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible on your visage. Nonsense, man. I simply... But what we must now ask ourselves is the true case of this pain. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is in this. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain of you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Ah. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on financial circumstances of your household. And so, you had no choice but to let go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, I'm afraid it is you who's individually revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has set upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the Tower of Cakes. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unassainted appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have a bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy. In fact, whatever do you mean? Having tried the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I not need spell it out. The nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Carpet gnawed on us by the starving lion. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. They are flabbergasted. What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrydeb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Norhondo. What is it again? Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? Indeed. This is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrydeb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse. Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the best using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the line to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Mr. Sato, it occurs to me with some regulatory that irrespective of race and breeding, whatever anyone leads on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Oh, what a glorious notion! Well then, Mr. Naruhondo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Shum's deductions need. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhondo. We don't even know whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsumi's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. I really didn't see that. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Gary Depp's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Gary Depp's gaze. That will lead to the true answer. Can I enhance? Photograph.
Take that!
Behind the lion statue on the mantelplate, almost deliberately hidden from the view, is a photograph. Though I have yet to examine it in detail, I can assure you that it holds the answer. Because I'm employing an extremely advanced deduction technique called jumping to conclusions, you see? Shit. That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. I find myself wanting to never to have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Oh, sorry. I'll try again. What's this photograph? Wait, that's... what? Oh, they were they are a married couple. Okay. It appears to be from Mr. Garredeb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that. But no amount of cracks could hide the woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Narundo. Yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh, look! Have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower. Still in the army. He seems to be carrying his rather stout bride, effortlessly, and beaming a smile at the same time. I suppose he was very strong in his younger years. Hard to imagine now. He's as thin as a rake.
Take that!
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newly bride. Precisely, Mr. Narundo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garredeb. And while we laminate the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note that the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, Indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be a stretching point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garredeb. The chilling traces of a wild rampaging are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Madame. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. No, dear. Anyway, Mr. Shums is quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garredeb anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue as to where her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garredeb's wife could be. Gee, I wonder. Alright. Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue to the beast's current whereabouts. Is there a way to... okay. It's so inverted, it's kind of hard to... okay, wedding ring, there we go. She's wearing a very large ring, look! Oh yes, a sunflower design, with some rather nice, embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means... it's surely a wedding ring! It looks like it's on their left... It looks like it's on there for life. On there for life too. Can't imagine it. Can't imagine it would slide off a finger that size. And that's something to think, Mr. Naruhondo, not to say. Do you know Mr. Garrett wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? It's a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it? Yeah. Too much.
Take that!
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Indeed it does. A flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in this photograph print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garrett lucky bride. You are Miss Garrett herself. Oh my word! Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightfully summarized, this is my wife. Yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, might you say, but she is really badly caught up. Ah! It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insignificant means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are folly. You mean Mr. Garrett has a wife? Has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrett? Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain secret. Tip-top secret, please. The raging wife of Miss Garrett, Mr. Garrett, yeah, on to the second one. Now, Mr. Garrett, it's been clear your deep feelings for this formidable beast. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrydeb's wife a beast. Okay. This is the last time I drink soda before coming on stream. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garrydeb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true! Sir, so perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then? According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrydeb's pain is tangible though. What could that pose of his really signify? He's got a wedding ring too. Mr. Garrydeb certainly looks glum. According to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, that's because he's having to endure the acute pain of losing something dear to him. But we know that he hasn't lost his wife. But that means there must be another cause for the pain he's suffering. This is difficult to control. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. That's a very large pipe. That's a very large pipe, isn't it? Yes, anyone who has something that size hanging out of his or her mouth on a regular basis is sure to have a serious chin. A serious chin like Mr. Garrydeb's. But what's that white binding around it all?
Take that!
Am I giving us much to work with? Am I missing something? Slapped cheek. I didn't even notice that. That was very hard to notice.
Take that!
There we go. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliver of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. It was you, Madame Joan Gerdeb. Well, yes. You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Ah! How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side of the side from view. Well, now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjugated to such violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Gerdeb to fly into a rage. And we need to only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills. Didn't Mr. Shum say the bills were all for the line fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the line never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Miss Gerdeb's wife. Mr. Narhando, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap round face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Bookmark. What's this? Ooh. It seems Mr. Gerdeb's been doing a little cheating. From the looks of it. Gulp. Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here. Look. Mr. Gerdeb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look, next to the signature here. Lip marks made with lipstick. Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Sasate-san. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark's actually a love note then. Love notes. So this is what the slap was for.
Take that!
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain of that you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. But I don't know the ballet woman. You don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's what I've been saying. A likely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at the second-hand place, and that note must already have been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right. That's what I've been trying to say. A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is... A likely story. Are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicious of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over here. Very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. I could have caused this destructive outburst. This time, madame, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need to only look at the paper. But surely Miss Gerda didn't eat the carpet. No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of the disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So, this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction that we need to fix. We need to only follow Mrs. Scaradab's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. All right, let's see what we can see. Yes. Okay. The Tower of Cakes. Candlestick. So was it? Yes. To explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the Tower of Cakes. No, we need to look at the candlestick. What's this circus handbill? This is an advertising handbill for the circus. Batty's Circus. It's in a nearby park. Isn't this the same as the one we saw earlier? The one that was folded up in Mrs. Caredep's pocket. Perhaps they're very great circus lovers. Or very big, like the Very Big Circus. It couldn't be that. It couldn't be that the Hungry Lion is somehow involved again here, could it? Oh dear, I do hope not. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me even the slightest knock would even make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? The carpet here has been ripped to shreds. Yes, and according to Mr. Shum's deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian. The tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Oh, look here. What is it? If you look closely at the edge, you can see the scorch marks. Oh, yes, you can. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Let's rethink this with that in mind.
Take that!
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the candlestick. Most eliminating, my dear fellow, and of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little material altercation. Mrs. Caredep's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but to the entire room. But to the entire room, the force of her strike caused a candle to fall over from the holder. Bro, that slap is insane. And in seconds, the carpet was alight that the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes, But the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of the material discord flew in this room was the scene of a fire. Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you! Wow. Check it out. I'm in the house like carpet. It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. No, about admonished. Demolished might be rather close to the mark. And beast is most certainly as. Ah! Here we go again. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Great to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see about a thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. Paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The ballet furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Great Ape. Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh! Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There was I back up against the window under a heavy enemy fire. Incredible books incoming, 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride, yes. A notorious love for big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage, flames everywhere, and the old stick is in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was it? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. So, at exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blightly could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. No, really? Um, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Narhondo. What can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Gereb's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew where you were going. You were going to say that. Now, Mr. Narhondo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories: those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry. Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Oh no! Is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Gerdeb. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer. Wow. That was a lot. Okay. So, what was the point of all this? What a miserable sight. Oh dear, but at least the whole room was engulfed in flames. I suppose so. My whole collection went up in smoke, you know? All those novels I adored so much. Well, John, whose fault is that? Not mine, that's for sure. Well, whoever may or may not be to blame. I'm quite sure you can buy some new old books to replace them, can't you? New old books? Bally nonsense. Those sound like a contradiction in terms, but then these two are full of contradictions. That's couples for you, Mr. Narhondo, or so I've been led to believe. I guess that's everything here. It's time, Mr. Narhondo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a cab. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Gerdeb's house. Who the heck is that? I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who you calling an old man, you rump-looking nimpy-pimpy? There are more things in heaven and earth. Horatio? Horatio? They're not dreamt of in your philosophy. Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What do you want about? Excuse me? Eh? What the? Who are you now? I'm sorry. It just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhondo, is a lawyer, you see. Eh? A lawyer? What? If I can be of assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I've studied English law. Fine. I'll be on my way for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you? What the heck is going on? I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle, thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Great Ace residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Great mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words near could there be. Sorry, battle did you say? Who is stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. It'd be Macbeth, no? I mean, I guess. Yeah, it would be Macbeth. He's practically, like, unstoppable, except for that one time, but that was just that one time, because it had certain circumstances, but whatever. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least. So, fair maiden. So, good gentlemen. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. Okay. What a character. Didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. Seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. It's Suseki-san and that man as lodgers. Gyodep's house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student Mr. Narhondo Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsumi. Oh no, think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nepalese. Let's not get carried away. No, I quite agree. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Okay, it's you. I knew it'd be you. It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, it's you. This, the miserable rotten spy, Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I've no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how the visited friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window of my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you. Commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. You! How dare you, Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should have never come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed loadings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is beamed. What are you thinking, Mr. Narhondo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings are indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? We barely have any evidence. Mr. Natsumi, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no. Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That's really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey. The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please, tell me. Summarize it in significantly in 16 salient words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution, ever. Oh my goodness, it can't really be true. It was 16 words exactly. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhondo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. Then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGill. What? Sorry. Am I impressed, Mr. Sato? You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Shams, surely it can't be having failed to have the accused convicted. Lord Van Six killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have surely. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry. The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Van Zix is quite an exceptional man. However, in London's courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's not good. Saseki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contributing evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, is from time to time, my dear madame. And sadly is from time to time, my dear madame. It is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicated by Lord Van Six cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the education may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking.
Disappear? But how?
By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the flames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen.
No.
All examples of the reality of the events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Narhondo. Damn, that is, wow. That's scary.
I knew it. I'm dead. Dodo, done. Doomed.
When you said accursed lodgings, before you were referring to the room at Mr. Gatedeb's house, I assume. Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed?
It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been in London. A week before I started to notice a strange feelings in myself.
And that didn't take long then.
And everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I had to move a number of times. Most recently to that room on Braille Road, a week ago now.
Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient.
The rent is cheap. I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "Whole room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place."
Yes, well said.
But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed then?
I really hope no one heard that. Ever since I moved into the windowless hellhole, my sleep is plagued with nightmares. I wake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in a prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really? No one at all?
To believe. Yes, to believe. Mr. Shams. Me, Mr. Narhondo. Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Booyah, if you recall. The booyah. The booyah. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I suspected I was the suspect. But you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. Did I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe me? I see, yes. You mean... because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room. Well, if you like, yes. I'm not surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. What do you mean, Mr. Shums? I make up my own mind about what it is to believe and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I am concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is in the final analysis down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself.
Yes, he's right. Locum student Mr. Norhondo Esquire.
Whether or not I can believe myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
Damn, I haven't seen Kazuma in so long.
You were so right, Kazuma.
Well, my dear fellows, it's time we were leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There's a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you guys join me?
Oh dear. There's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsumi, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you.
Locum student Mr. Norhondo Esquire.
As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial?
What to believe in? The defendant? Justice or the truth? How to believe, even... But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself, above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhondo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsumi, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court.
Welcome, student Mr. Narhondo Esquire.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow.
As I said when we first met, I'd like to trust my fate to someone who will listen to me and my native tongue.
Of course, Mr. Natsumi.
It would seem to be fair to say, Mr. Narhondo,
that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Mrs. Sato. Yes? Will you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him, to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all strength I can muster. Nice. Okay. We'll save here, and we'll end stream here. Thank you all for watching.